Reading Pioneers is proud to present The Month of Christmas, Day 16 to 20, written by C. Mice. Day 16, Video Night. Day 16 is a usual day of work for the elves. At night, they watch their favorite Christmas videos. They also have hot cocoa and order cranberry pizza from Jack Frost's Pizzeria. He owns both the local bowling alley and the pizzeria. Elf TV has all the classics, from early cartoons to the newest movies. The elves especially love the old cartoons, and they can stream them on demand. They've been doing that since 1913, when the first Christmas cartoon was made. That was Doc Yax's Christmas. Doc Yak was also a comic strip in the newspaper. Since then, so many Christmas cartoons and movies have been made. Christmas comes but once a year. From 1936, with Grampy is an elf favorite. He is so funny and shows how kind he is by making toys for all the orphans. Santa thinks Grampy is the best. The elves are so impressed with the ingenuity Grampy uses to make toys out of everyday things. That is my favorite Christmas cartoon. In 1948, the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer cartoon was made. It is a classic and based on the characters created by Robert L. May in 1939. The reindeer are still waiting for Rudolph to arrive. Some think he may come in 2034 to join the North Pole reindeer. It has something to do with legal matters. In 1962, Mr. Magoo was Ebenezer Scrooge in A Christmas Carol, originally written by Charles Dickens back in 1843. Mr. Magoo is such a good actor, and the songs in the cartoon are wonderful. I highly recommend you watch it. In 1964, a longer Rudolph cartoon was made. It had so many memorable songs. The elves love it because it shows them at work, and one of the heroes is an elf who wants to be a dentist. In 1965, another classic was made, A Charlie Brown Christmas. Santa likes that one because it shows Christmas is not about getting gifts and fancy trees and decorations. Every year, Santa gets a Charlie Brown tree. He has the gingerbread man save the smallest, scrawniest tree for him. My favorite Christmas movie is Home Alone. It is not really about Christmas, but it is similar to an event that happened here at the North Pole. Let me tell you the story of the Elfling and the Goblin. Once, on the 16th day of Christmas month, two elves were putting their elfling to bed. It was a dark and snowy night. The mother elf designed toys, and the father elf made them. Since it was almost Christmas, they had worked hard getting ready for Christmas Eve, when all the toys would be given to kind and generous children. They said, "Good night, dear," gave the elfling a kiss, and went to bed. In a minute, the elves were sound asleep, as they were exhausted. But then, a knock came on the door. The elfling sprang out of bed to see what was the matter. She asked, "Who is it?" A squeaky voice replied, "Santa! I have a gift for you." She became suspicious. Her mother had told her not to open the door for strangers. This Santa sounded very strange. She said, "How do I know you are Santa?" The goblin did his best to imitate Santa's laugh. Ho, ho! The elfling thought, Santa does not laugh ho, ho. He laughs ho, ho, ho. One ho is missing. She ran to the window and looked out. The snow had stopped, and the moon lit the scene like it was midday, so she could see clearly. It was a Christmas goblin. He was trying to get in the house so he could steal any gifts that were under the tree. She yelled, You're not Santa! Where is your red hat and coat and your beard? And you surely don't laugh like Santa. The goblin grumbled and wandered away. Before she could get to bed, another knock came to the door. This time she looked out the window first. It was the goblin again, dressed in a red coat and hat with a fake Santa beard. She laughed and made a plan. She went to her room, opened the window, and climbed on the roof. She rolled a big snowball to the edge of the roof. She called out, Santa, come around back and I'll let you in. The goblin started around the side of the house and headed for the back door. And what do you think happened? The elfling rolled the giant snowball off the roof just as the goblin came near. The snowball covered the goblin and he looked like a snowman. All you could see were his eyes. The elfling ran back in the house and went to bed. The North Wind and the Man in the Moon had been watching all this. The Man in the Moon said, Goblins are no match for elflings. Elflings are too smart. The North Wind began to laugh. He laughed harder and harder, and the wind began to blow harder and harder. The wind blew all the snow off the goblin. Then it blew all his Santa clothes and beard off too. The gust lifted him up in the air and carried him far away. The North Wind kept laughing, and soon the goblin was in the enchanted forest. He landed in a river near a bridge. A troll lived under the bridge. After getting his bearings, the goblin climbed out onto the bridge. The troll climbed onto the bridge too and bellowed, Who is that on my bridge? The goblin took one look at the troll and flew back to the North Pole as fast as he could. Luckily for him, the North Wind had stopped laughing, and the wind had died down. The moon lit his way back and chuckled at the silly goblin. So, that is day 16. Hope you like the story of the elfling and the goblin. Activities. Click on Activities to see some classic Christmas cartoons and help the goblin get home. Happy Holidays from Reading Pioneers. This video is part of The Month of Christmas, a book series by Sea Mice, who asked me to read the entire series on this YouTube channel. While this is only one part of the book, you can find out what happens next by subscribing and staying tuned until December 25th, which is when I will finish with the entire book series. That's right, every day for the next 4 weeks, I will be uploading a story about Christmas. The best part is, this series can be found on Barnes & Noble, Apple Books, and many other platforms for free. Yes, free! Links are available in the description box below so you can grab a copy of this part and all of the others right now. Also, please support the channel by liking the video and sharing it with your friends and family. If you have a book you'd like to be read on this channel, please send me an email, contact@readingpioneers.com, so we can turn it into the next video. Unfortunately, this is it for today. I can't wait to show you the next part of the series, so stay tuned, and thanks again, readers, for joining us today. Until next time, I hope you all have an amazing day. Bye-bye!